So we're sitting here in my closet, my prayer room. I need to start putting some things in around the wall. Start recognizing about what the Lord's done. All right, Chris, keep your eyes right there, because that's where the camera's looking. Cause keep looking down at myself to see what is going on down there. It's just me talking, so I can look back up, so I can guarantee that I'm talking right now. I'm looking at the camera. All right, that's my funny. I guess that's funny, but I wanted to come and say, what does strength look like for you? What's your ultimate goal with being with God? What's happening? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to develop a relationship with Him? What's happening? So I was thinking, I was like, well, I'm wanting to gather strength. Ooh, well, what does strength look like? What am I going to do with that strength? And I was like, well, I just want to sit there and overcome whatever's put toward me. And I was like, well, what do you really want? I'm like, I want the Lord to come back and come take us out. I'll just get us out of this mess, right? And then I said, am I okay with the Lord coming back right now? What am I supposed to present? Are you listening right now? What am I supposed to present to the Lord when He comes back and picks us up? Because He dropped us off. He breathed life into our lungs. We're born. We spent our life. Now He's coming back to pick you up. He's like, what you got? What happened? What'd you do? You know, Mark Mann, the parable of talents, that's the first thing that happens. It's the first thing that's said. What? He gave us something according to our abilities. What did He do? What'd you do with that? All right, so what did you do? So what am I supposed to present? Now, I'm going to say this, only through God's love and His mercy toward my life that I've done things. And I feel like they're significant things. I feel like I've been there for a lot of people, but if I said right now, could I have done more? You know the parable of times, you know, the 5 to a 10, and like 2 to a 4, or whatever it was. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less, depending on whatever version you read. Either way it happened. The parable was that he ended up giving the 1 to the one with the 10. For me in my life, that's all that's ever been in my life has been, I want to be on top. So for me, I guess I want that recognition. I'm talking this out as I go, but the Bible says store up treasures in heaven. So let me back up. I'm like, you know, you don't want the recognition down here on earth, right? Right. Okay. So I'm not looking. So I'm looking for recognition in heaven. So if I'm storing up treasures in heaven, and that's what He wants us to do, or at least that's what I feel is right, then that's what I'm going to look at it as, instead of just, you know, trying to be, you know, somebody, you know, not trying to put myself on a pedestal, but just, I want to do as much as I can. If I'm storing up the treasures, well, I know, and when I say that, I know that up in heaven, there is no possession, that all has come to light, that we're going to recognize and we're going to understand everything that we can't possibly understand down here on earth. Why, Lord? Why, Lord? Why, Lord? Right now, I've got a pretty good idea on why and the bad, even though that I walk into my house sometimes and I feel like I'm 10 feet underground, and that I'm just like, you know, you just feel like bad, or really stinking bad, and you just want to go down the bad road, you know. So not even gonna say on any of that, but what I'm trying to say is, I want to be the best that God has made me, and I'm not saying that I'm doing that, because I'm not. I'm not doing it, and I want to do it. And I say, yeah, God, bring me back, take me home, take me home, take me home. But can I do a little bit more? Can I do everything? Can I get to that point where I was the one that was given 5? You know what? Maybe I'm not as good or whatever, but you know what? Maybe I'll take the 2 and not just go to 4, but I go to the 2 and quadruple, multiply it by 10. Yeah, how about that? I don't know anything sextillion, or I don't even know, whatever. That's beyond my knowledge base, but yeah, multiply it by 10. Well done, and good and faithful servant. Just the words for the Lord said, oh, wow, you did something not wanting, but just to please me, and I, like I said, I'm gonna say it again, not to have any kind of possession, but just like His approval, God's approval. That's completely different than somebody saying, "Oh wow, you did a good job. You done twice the amount of work that you should have." But the Lord's approval, I'm talking about just you loved. Love deserves approval from Jesus, and I believe that's okay. I believe earning His love is okay, as long as it's from the Spirit. From the Spirit. Not from the mind, not from the carnal mind, but from the Spirit that He gave us. So, with that, I'm in.